A wedding, a film shoot, heartbreak, and a possible end to Lady Mary's marriage. Downton Abbey. A new era didn't just close a chapter, it opened an entirely new book. And now, with Downton Abbey 3 just around the corner, the future of the Crawleys and their beloved estate has never looked more uncertain. Let's dive into everything we know and everything we suspect about the next film that's sure to stir our emotions all over again. The second film in the Downton saga brought a storm of emotions. While viewers mourned the loss of a beloved character, the story also made room for hope and transition. After months of eager anticipation, it's now confirmed. Downton Abbey 3 will hit theaters worldwide on September 12, 2025. It's expected to enjoy a wide theatrical release, just like the previous installments, although much about the plot remains under wraps. Still, clues from a new era offer some strong hints about where things might be headed. In the last film, Lady Mary Talbot rose to the occasion, leading the family through a time of big changes as she hosted a film crew at Downton itself. The production of The Gambler, directed by Jack Barber and starring Guy Dexter and Myrna Dalgleish, transformed the historic estate into a movie set. As Mary handled the chaos, her parents, Robert Crawley, the Earl of Grantham, and Cora, traveled to the south of France to uncover why the Dowager Countess Violet Crawley had been left a luxurious villa by an old flame. Back at home, Downton's staff enjoyed their moment in the spotlight, joining the movie as extras and experiencing a brush with fame. Lord Grantham, initially skeptical, grew to appreciate the wonder of cinema. Meanwhile, love blossomed below stairs. Mr. Molesley finally proposed to Phyllis Baxter, and Albert Mason, Daisy's former father-in-law, moved in with Mrs. Patmore, leaving his farmhouse to Daisy and her husband Andy Parker. But not all endings were joyful. Thomas Barrow left his position as Downton's butler, bringing an era to a close for many fans. The film began with Tom Branson's wedding to Lucy Smith and concluded with a heartfelt funeral filled with emotion, humor, and unforgettable moments. It skillfully balanced more than 24 characters, even outshining the 2019 movie in emotional depth and storytelling impact. A new era tied up many long-running storylines while making way for the Crawleys' future. The most poignant moment came with the death of Lady Violet, who passed away peacefully surrounded by those who loved her most. Her farewell marked not only the end of an era, but also a clear transition. Lady Mary now fully steps into her grandmother's role as the family's leader. She becomes the heart of Downton, holding everything together as they move toward the modern age. Mary's strength shines throughout, but there's a growing tension in her personal life. Her husband, Henry Talbot, is noticeably absent in a new era, spending his time at car rallies in Istanbul. He misses important events, Tom's wedding, Violet's funeral, and even the birth of Tom and Lucy's baby. While Mary begins to develop feelings for Jack Barber, she remains cautious and doesn't pursue the relationship. Still, Henry's absence raises a big question. Are he and Mary truly meant to last? Behind the scenes, the reason for Henry's absence is that actor Matthew Goode was busy filming The Offer, a series about The Godfather for Paramount+. That opened the door for this new direction in Mary's love life. There's even a touching moment where she reflects on her late husband, Matthew Crawley, played by Dan Stevens. In a clever nod to his post-Downton role as the Beast in Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the film acknowledges both his character's legacy and his fairy tale prince image. Another emotional storyline revolves around Cora's health scare. For a time, it seemed she might be gravely ill, possibly even dying. But Dr. Clarkson eventually relieved everyone's fears by confirming that she didn't have cancer. That moment of vulnerability hit Robert hard. Already grieving the likely loss of his mother, he also faced an identity crisis when it was suggested that he might not be the Earl of Grantham after all, if Violet's French admirer turned out to be his biological father. Thankfully, those fears were put to rest when Lady Violet reassured Robert on her deathbed that nothing had happened between her and the Marquis. Robert's place as Earl was safe, and that means when the time comes, the title will pass to George, Mary, and Matthew's son, played by twin actors Zach and Oliver Barker. While Robert and Cora had a more background role in the first film, A new era brought them back into the spotlight with an emotionally rich arc that bridged the past and future of the Crawley family. Though Lady Violet is gone, her influence remains strong, especially through Mary, who is now firmly leading the way. And that's where the next film is poised to take us. Downton Abbey 3 will explore the fallout from these emotional shifts and perhaps answer the lingering questions. Will Mary and Henry stay together? What's next for Barrow? And how will Downton continue to evolve in a world rapidly moving forward?